Hey guys, welcome to the webinar, and this is
Hey
Madhav.
guys, welcome to the webinar, and this is Madhav.
Because my speaker. So that was really good. All right. Okay, so if you guys can hear me, if you guys can hear me clearly, just type in a hi or something in the chat, and then I can proceed further. Anything like let me type something. Um, Great. So I guess you guys can hear me. Awesome. So yeah. Great. So as you can see, today's topic is your roadmap to landing an offer in top tech companies. Uh, but before we go further, let me just tell you a few things. Like today, we will be discussing many things: how you can build your profile, how you can do various things, a few hackarounds, like how can you improve your views on your profile, LinkedIn profile, and how can you make your resume stand out from others. But there's just one condition. I'm telling you beforehand only that I'm not going to give you any magic trick. I'm just going to tell you the methods to do to do the things. But at the end of the day, the hard work is in your hand. So profile building is a journey. It's not a destination. Nobody's profile is perfect, neither mine, neither yours, neither the organizers of the webinar. Nobody's profile, neither Elon Musk, even his profile is a profile can never be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. Profile building is a journey, and you guys have to work on it daily. If not daily, then at least regularly, and that's how you are going to build a good profile. All right, so that was enough philosophy. So let's get started. Awesome. So about the speaker, I'm just another guy who is into development, tech blogging, self-help blogging, podcasting, mentoring, teaching, startups, community building, and most of all, still exploring life. Right now, I'm working as an SD intern in Microsoft, and apart from that, I keep taking initiatives to help out the community because I believe that we all rise by lifting each other, and community initiatives is what I'm highly interested in. So that's why I'm here right now and taking this webinar. Thanks a lot, USA team, for having me here, and you guys are also doing great. And all right, so let's begin. Before we go further, it's for all the guys who are here for tech jobs, looking for tech companies or tech jobs. Here's my recommendation. If you guys are from any other domain, you can ignore this slide and you can pay more attention to the profile building slides. But yes, if you are aiming for a tech job, this book is really amazing, and I recommend this to all of you. No, they haven't paid me anything to promote them. They don't need any promotion. You must have heard cracking the coding interview, and this was what I started solving in my third year, and it's really an amazing book. You guys should definitely go through it. Awesome. So why should you? And again, you must be thinking that why is he wasting my time? I mean, just get on to the point, right, Madhav? Okay. So before we get to the point, it's very important to tell you a few things, and this is one of them. Why should you attend community events when you can learn everything on Google? When you can learn everything on YouTube or through the documentations? There are many reasons. So community events, like before this COVID situation, community events used to be very amazing, and we were. I mean, I was I was into I was going. Um, okay, it seems that there's an issue. Um, let me just ask the organizers. I'm so sorry. It seems like some technical issue. Let me ask them.
I'm so sorry, it seems like some technical issue.
Hey guys, can you hear me right now?
Hey guys, can you hear me right now?
This seems weird. Okay, I guess you all can hear me, so maybe it's great. So yes, coming back. All right. So why should you guys attend community events? So basically it's highly important to be into community. You can find like-minded people, you can network with them, and of course I want you, all of you to send me a connection request on LinkedIn. I would love to interact with you on LinkedIn. So yes, you can increase your knowledge, you can increase your network, you can increase your connections, and especially after this COVID-19 situation ends, do go to meetups and conferences. It's really amazing. And again, the chance to discuss new technologies, trends, and topics, and so on. So yes, this is going to be an interactive session. Feel free to stop me anytime, anytime. I'm really serious at this point. Feel free to stop me anytime you want, and I will try to address your doubt. All right, so let's get started. And of course, you can find the slides on madhavbahl.tech/job guide. You must be seeing this in the footer. All right. So before we get started, here's an overall, so you can say a high level view of what you can do to sort of get a job. So I believe that there should be any topic while explaining to anyone. There should be first a high level point of view should be shown, and then we should go on into the depth one by one. So as you can see, there are majorly two parts of getting an interview. So first part is of course getting the interview. Second part is cracking the interview. Getting the interview involves profile building and approaching the recruiters and all of these things. And cracking the interview involves the technical preparation and non-tech preparation. But are these two independent? No, they are not at all independent. As you can see, during the profile building phase, you can build your profile only when you are skilled enough, right? So in your profile, you put your achievements, you put your experiences, you put your projects, and while doing those projects, you get that experience. You get you already try hands-on things. So your tech interview preparation is going side by side. So these two are actually not at all independent. They are highly interrelated. So while doing one, you are automatically doing the other. But the fact of the matter is, are you actually leveraging the fact that you are already doing the other thing without even knowing? So I see many people who are great at tech, who are really great at development, maybe back-end developers, front-end developers, but they don't keep their profile up to date. So it's there's no issue in doing so, but then again, you should keep your profile up to date, and that's how you can have a little bit of ease in the process of getting the interviews. Awesome. So you must be thinking, what is my 50 40 10 rule? There's no such rule on Google. Like if you guys can just make a guess or any suggestion, any guess, any random guess. I would wait for you for 30 seconds. Just make any guess. What is this 50 40 and 10 rule? And yes, just to inform you guys that
Yes, just
not
to
me,
inform you
the
guys that
organizers of this webinar will be selecting three people who will be most interactive during the sessions, and I will be in last 15 minutes of their webinar of this webinar. I will be going through their profile, their LinkedIn profile, and I'll be helping them how can they improve. So yeah, you guys should actually stay interactive in this session. It will help you a lot because I will be personally reviewing your profile. Yes, exactly. 50% profile building, and I can't say that it is actually the importance of each part. Importance, I can say that all three of these phases are equally important because they are not independent. We can calculate the importance of one over the other. In case one is more important, in case they are independent of each other. But since they are highly interrelated, I can say that this is not according to the importance. It is actually the time we can spend on each one of them. So let's see what Harsh said. Harsh said 50% large cap tech, 40 safe tech, soft skills, 10 new tech. Yeah, that's an amazing suggestion, Harsh. You can actually go with that. And then Alka said 50% profile building, 40% tech, and 10% non-tech. Yes, exactly. So basically, what I prefer, you must be thinking, hey, 50% on profile building, what the hell? I mean, why should we spend so much time on profile building? We should be spending more time on building the skills. But I'm going to answer this in upcoming slides, and you'll be you'll be really amazed that how during your profile building you can improve your tech, you can improve your non-tech skills, you can improve so many skills. So yeah, I believe that you guys should spend 50% of your free time on profile building. How can you do so? I'm going to tell you in just another slide. 40% in actual tech preparation, which is the actually study phase where you will be studying for the various things. Uh, study The tech preparation part contains the study part, not the implementation part. So you might be getting my point, and I'll be explaining it in the next slide as well. So yeah, non-tech interview preparation, maybe yeah. This is just my bias. You guys can spend 50% of time in non-tech as well, but yes, again, I don't think so that non-tech, like, let's say explain your, like, introduce yourself, or maybe anything like like what are your skills, and that thing doesn't really require too much of your time. All right, so coming to the next slide. So first phase, profile building phase. So as I said, the profile building phase, why should you give 50% of your time to profile building? Because while building your profile, you will unknowingly be building your technical skills. How? By profile building, there's a huge misconception that profile building means making your LinkedIn profile up to date or making your resume. Profile building is not at all limited to LinkedIn or your resume. Profile building is your overall profile, which speaks for you when you are you're not around. When there can be two facts: when you are working for a company, you will be writing the code for them, so they will be able to see and they will be able to check your code, and they'll be able to see how competent are you. That includes the interviews. But when you are not around, your profile speaks for you. Your profile can be anything, your resume. So yes, these are the 10 things I could think of. There can be many more. So yeah, the profile building phase includes these 10 things. First is building a strong resume. Resume is, of course, the most important because you are going to send your resume to various companies. Learning new skills, of course, that again comes in profile building, because when you will be learning, only then you will be able to implement. So next, these 2 points are highly interrelated. Making a good GitHub profile. So now you must be thinking, you must be able to understand why I said that spend 50% of your time in profile building. Because when you make, how can you make a great GitHub profile? By doing projects, by doing side projects. And how can you do side projects? By learning stuff. Let's say you make a side project. It's an app that tracks, or maybe let's take a simple example of an app that we made, that our team made in a hackathon last year. So that was simply so we were trying to do something for autistic kids, and we had an idea that our aim was that they should be able to sit between the other people, the other students, and they should be learn like them. So we made a simple application, the teacher would be. So the main idea, let's not go too much in deep about that. So the simple idea was the teacher will speak in the real time. Her speech will be converted to text. From that text, few key points will be extracted out, and from that extractions, using the Bing API, we will be fetching out the images, the related images, and that will be shown on the screen to the autistic kid. So that because those kids can comprehend images much better than text. So that was our idea. So you can think of any idea like that. It can be a groundbreaking idea, or it can be an existing project as well. You just need to implement it to make a good GitHub profile. So yes, GitHub building a while building a good GitHub profile, you will see that your tech skills are increasing automatically. Make an amazing LinkedIn profile, build a portfolio website. Like you must have seen various people have like their name xyz.com. So if you have your own portfolio website, then that's a good thing. That's a point for you. That shows that you are a developer. Build some side projects. This is the most important point. Build side projects, learn to implement things. So that's what I trust me, that is something which I actually tell everyone. Okay, so Harsh said something. Let me see. Shouldn't you be building your tech skills and interact with people which indirectly builds your profile, right? The more tech you do, the better your. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell, right? So the idea is not to have an exceptional profile and then work for it. the idea is to like, I'm just saying that 50% of your time will get actually spent in building a profile, because so basic my basic idea is that try to think of some side projects, try to think of various things which you can implement, and as you implement that, build your profile along with it. So the only thing I'm trying to say here is not really just focus on profile building, focus on building your skills, but while building your skills, don't forget about your profile. Just keep those two points side by side, and they go hand in hand. All right, so that I guess that solves your doubt, Harsh. And Hemant asked that is internship not come under this profile building? So Hemant, it's the same thing, right? And it's this. Once you have a great profile, you can. It's up to you that you want to improve, like you want to apply for internships or jobs. So it's up to you, right? And Dharya, hi, I'm a freshman. How do you define a good project? How can I generate ideas for building a great project for the community and businesses? Maybe Dharya, we can connect offline for this. But yes, I can say that a good project is definitely, in my views, everyone has have different definition. But in my views, a good project is something which helps out the community. So in that these times, you can maybe build an app for which on which people can contribute some little bit amount of money, and that can be used for charity, something like that. So for me, it's always anything which can serve the community is a good project idea, and something which we can use exactly. And how can I generate the ideas from mind? Whatever you think of, that's how. And Gagan said that his internship plays a major role in landing in top tech companies. Internships also build your profile, Gagan. It's at the end of the day, if you have more experience. So internships comes under the experience section of your profile, of your resume. So if you have more experience, then of course the recruiters are going to have the chances of you getting recruited will be more than others getting recruited, right? So yes, internships do play a major role in landing in tech companies because they make your profile better, they make your resume better. And is getting jobs depend on number of internships? No, it don't really. So this is a funny question because there's no such thing as a prerequisite like you must be having 5 internships in your resume, only then I will take you in my company. There's no such thing like that, but it's all about probability, right? By doing more and more internships, you are increasing your probability to get selected. I hope that solves your doubt, Hemant. And Anuj asked that should we have projects from different domains like machine learning and blockchain? Yes, of course. The more I always believe in this fact called you must have heard about skill chaining. So there's this thing called skill chaining where I believe some it's just a matter of viewpoint because some people believe that what was that quote? I don't really remember. Some like jack of all trades, I guess, and master of none. I believe that jack of all trades but master of one, instead of jack of all trades and master of none, jack of all trades but master of one. So you should be instead of being best at one skill, you should be very good at many skills and best at one, or maybe very good at many skills. So that's how you can explore various domains and have more and more experience in your profile. So that's just a viewpoint, Anuj. If you want, you can be highly exceptional in one domain, but according to me, it's always better than selecting 5 or maybe 2 or 3 skills, like let's say app development, web development, and communication skills. These things go hand in hand. Like for me, I love web development and I love speaking in events. I have spoken in more than 50 events right now, and again I'm speaking in front of you. So for me, I chained my profile building skills with web development skills with let's say competitive programming with this speaking skills. So yes, it's always chaining different skills and combining those skills in such a way that you land with your exceptional profile. Yes. All right. So can we try it for internships only after we get skilled at something, or no? Not at all. So All right, so many questions right now. Let's try to answer them very quickly. All right, so first one, Alka asked that can we try for internships only after we get skilled at something, or can we apply for internship and then we can learn? The latter one, Alka, you should always apply and side by side learn. So whenever you see, if you're applying for an internship, which in a domain which you already know 100%, then there's no point, right? You all There's no scope of learning. Let's say I'm a full stack web developer, or maybe let's say there's a person called Jimmy. Since I love taking example of Jimmy, let's say Jimmy is a full stack web developer and he's applying for an internship which is of building an HTML and CSS landing page. Will he get to learn something new? No. For in my opinion, if he's a full stack web engineer, he should apply for some role, let's say of DevOps, so that he can actually explore new domains and he can expand his horizon. So yeah, I guess that solves your doubt, Arkham. You should always apply for something in which you get to learn instead of which you already know. What is the right time to implement knowledge or work for project? I say as soon as you learn some new topic, anything new, implement it. Like while learning. So let me give you an example. While I was learning Node.js, I built a few side projects which are not even there on my GitHub, which were very shitty. But I did that because I was trying to implement them, and I always believe that implementing while learning makes your learning super strong. So yes, what's the right time? While you're learning something, side by side, implement it. Okay, or can we learn new skills while you are doing projects? While you are doing projects, Kagan, learn them. Have a T-shaped graph, a strong, diverse foundation, but specialized in one or two things. Exactly, that's a very good thing. That's a very good point, Harsh. So that I again let me say my point once again. It's very important because I mean I feel it's very important. It's up to you whether you want to take it or not. But I believe that you should have top two or three skills which you can chain together and build something exceptional that makes your profile stands out. So yeah. And Dharya said, I'm definitely taking this jack of all trades and master of one. Thanks a lot, Dharya. And resume building or resume building app or website. I couldn't get you, Rahul. Can you repeat it? Okay, so one more question. Best website or course for CP? Let's take these questions at the end of the session. Otherwise, I won't be able to complete it. But anyways, best website. There's no such thing called best website. There are many websites which have their own advantages. But yes, maybe for practicing competitive programming, I guess lead code is very good and trending these days. And apart from that, if you are looking for very difficult, very high level sort of questions, you can always try Code Chef. Code Chef has his own reputation, and it builds it. Yeah, awesome. And okay, Rahul asked how to build resume online. Try it using Novo Resume. Let me send you the link. Just a second. Novoresume.com. I hope that's right. Yes, that's right. Okay. I sent you a link, Rahul. Okay. Okay, where were we? Profile building. And yes, as I said, that build some side projects. And there comes the most important point. Don't just build side projects. Make others learn from your side projects. That's how we learn more. That's how we build the community. That's how we do amazing things. And that's how we build our profile actually. So while you are doing your side projects, write a blog along with it and share it with your network. Share it on LinkedIn that you wrote. That let's say I in my last webinar I taught people how can you make a Pokédex application using React.js, and I'm going to write a blog on it, and using that blog people can actually learn. And definitely blogs will again help you build your profile as well. Okay, and okay, Arun asked the question, Madhav, which type of projects can a person work to grab internships in top tech companies? Okay, so as I said, Arun, it's all of this interview thing is just a game of probability. I mean, from your side, not from the recruiter point of view. From your point of view, you are trying to by building strong profile, by building side projects, by doing competitive programming, by learning various technologies. You are trying to increase your probability of getting selected. So make your what kind of projects? I can say that one which involves at least two techs, maybe it can be back end and front end, it can be a full stack project. But just try to keep the project a little bit complex. So basically, like as I wrote in one of my blogs also, a person reached out to me saying why wasn't I selected, and he was a little bit rude, but okay. He just showed me his profile, and there was only one project, and that was a tic tac toe app. So tic tac toe app is not a side project. So any beginner can build that. So build innovative ideas, but that should be a little bit complex, so that you can actually show your recruiter that you know things like problem solving, like software development architecture, and various design methodologies, and various other things like let's say you have built a full stack application, then you can say that I know backend development, I know front end development, I know network calls, I know APIs, and so on. All right, so coming back, apart from blogging, you can try podcasting as well. You can try making some vlogs and network. So LinkedIn, leverage LinkedIn as much as possible. LinkedIn is an amazing platform to network, because the first thing is you can choose your network. So for me, since I keep taking initiatives in student community, I actually search for students who are looking for maybe let's say they need help in some area, and I can help them out. So yeah, network as much as possible. First, choose a type of audience in which you can stay connected, and then network with them, and participate in competitions and hacks. This helps a lot, because hackathons, they are wonderful, because it's hackathons are always a win-win situation. People, I don't know why they think that I'm not good enough, I won't be able to win, what's the point in participating in hackathons. Trust me, this was the answer one of my juniors gave me. Like last year, he approached me, Bhaiya, should I participate in this hackathon or not? I just said that why not? You should. He told me that, but I'm not good enough. I won't be able to win. What? Don't really care. I really don't care about winning. It's all about learning. So hackathons, and let me explain you how hackathons are a win-win situation, because if you win, you are going to get cash prizes, you are going to get amazing goodies, and so on. But if you lose, you still will have an amazing side project which you can put it on your GitHub profile, or you can write a blog for this. So at the end of the day, in within 24 or 36 hours of that hackathon, you build something really amazing, and that is going to improve your profile. So some side project, trust me, everyone gets procrastinates, everyone gets lazy. So if you are starting today to build a side project, you are not going to finish it within 1 or 2 weeks. But if you are participating in a hackathon, you can actually build that side project in a single day within 24 hours, and you can add it to your profile. So participating in hackathons is I highly recommended. Awesome. So these are all the points. Just go through them once again, and let me drink water. I'm really tired of speaking. So I'll just go through them once again. 30 seconds break. All right, looking back at the comments, Rahul asked one more question, that DSA plays an important role which will help me with the internships, any platform for revision. There are n number of platforms, Rahul. Let's say if you are like me who loves reading books, and you are more into books, I always recommend this book called Data Structures and Algorithms by Narsimha. It's amazing. And as I told in the beginning as well, Cracking the Coding Interview, it's an amazing book. And apart from that, there are various online judges on which you can practice competitive programming, like Spoj, SPOJ, Code Chef, Lead Code, Hacker Rank, Hacker Earth. There are n number of them. Just pick any one of them and start doing. I found this fact that most of us actually think a lot before, and what is the best thing, what should I do, what should I not do, just start doing, and you'll find that whatever you are doing is the best thing for you. It's always about taking the first step. And major projects to be put in resume, yes, you should put your projects in resume. Hemant, yes, okay. Alka, for example, if I'm not good at web development or something else, which may be required at hackathons, then I can take part in hackathons. Yes, you can, and you should learn that particular technology while you are at hackathon. So let me tell you, like there was a blockchain based hackathon which I attended. It was by PayPal. That was the first ever hackathon in which I made a decentralized application, and I did not know anything about blockchain before that. Trust me, that was a 36 hours or I guess 24 hours hack. But I just went in it, and our project was based on a fintech sort of title problem statement, and I learned blockchain and then I implemented it side by side. So that's the best thing about hackathons. Is only ideation enough for hackathons? Ideation is a good thing, but point in just ideation if you are not doing actually, if you're not actually implementing it. Some hackathons are there who actually reward you based on your idea, but I don't consider them good. I think that if you should be building your ideas. Okay, Rahul asked online certificates like Udemy or Coursera. Certificates do help, Rahul. Certificates do add a credibility in your LinkedIn profile and resume, but that credibility is very little because people, you all know that people, these certificates are very easy to get. Udemy doesn't even have a exam. Like you just watch all videos and they give you the certificate. So there's no point in it. So instead of just watching the courses and getting the certificates, whenever you have a certificate, just write a blog along with it. Let's say you did a course on Node.js. Just build a side project, write a blog on the side project, and write the things which you learned in the course. That's how you can actually prove that you learned something. And at the end of the day, it's all about building your credibility in front of your recruiter. How programming plays a major role in cracking an interview? Okay, good. CP plays most of the role. Trust me, in most of the interviews, unless and until it's focused on some particular topic, CP is going to play a very major role in actually cracking the coding interview. So there is a slide in this presentation. So I'll answer this question when I come to that slide, Gagan, and maybe I don't even need to answer that slide. Will answer it for yourself. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I know you wanted this resume making. Let me just drink water. But give me 30 seconds. So resume making tips. I'll make it quick since this webinar is more on profile building. So I'll not go deep into resume making tips, but an overview you can have it. So things to remember while making your resume. First of all, try to use a resume template or maybe design your own. But don't just write a black and white maybe just a paragraph of what you know, what are your skills and all. Try using websites like Novo Resume, or try using some templates, or maybe design your own, but make it look a little bit attractive. And then second is look for keywords in the job description. So this is very very important because let's say a company is let's say a startup is hiring for an Android developer, and if your profile says a web developer, then you will not have an edge over the others resumes which actually mention that they are Android developers. So look for that particular keywords, and from those keywords try to add those keywords in your resume. Then third point, the most important point, your resume should be concise. So just try keeping yourself in your recruiter's shoes. Like let's say you are getting hundreds of resumes daily, then would you go through each one of them? So your this is just my tip. This is no hard and fast rule, but try keeping your resume within one page. No matter how much content you have, try keeping it in a single page so that your recruiter can actually go through it. Then again, fourth one, your headline should match what your employer is looking for. Just like the second point, let's say they are actually looking for Android developer. So you can add a headline like this key, like experienced Android developer making apps for top 500 top companies since past 5 years. This was a sample headline, but if you are looking for a company which is Android developer, so your headline should actually depict that I am the perfect match for what you are looking. And then fifth point, add links to your online portfolios, projects, and blogs. This is really important. Sixth one, no typos, please. Typos again decrease your credibility because your recruiter can think that he didn't even proofread the resume before sending. So how serious you are, it really shows how serious you are about the job. Then again, include relevant information only. Your resume should be concise. Add important achievements. Achievements show that you are skilled enough. Okay, sir, can you please share your sample resume? You can actually go to my LinkedIn profile. I'll share the link to my LinkedIn profile, and you can find it in the featured section. Let me send the link, and you can find it there. And yes, what about a fresher with no relevant experience? What should be his or her deadline? Uh, Good question, Sanket. If you are a fresher without any experience, just try reading this blog once. Make your profile so strong this summer that uh, just try reading this blog once and then contact me through LinkedIn. I'll help you out. But yes, just try reading it. This actually answers the exact question which you have asked. I'll send the link in the YouTube chat section. Awesome. So I actually knew that someone is going to ask that, and and that's why I had that blog kept it open. Okay, then the last two tips: are you making an impact? So how can you actually see that? How are you making an impact? At the end of the day, it's all about making an impact on the person who is viewing your resume. That yes, this guy is talented, and this is the guy I need in my company. So are you making an impact? After you write your resume, send your resume to 10 maybe friends or family members or some random people on LinkedIn and ask them to proofread your resume. Not proofread, just ask their views. How are they feeling after reading your resume? Ask them clearly, am I making an impact? Would you select me as a candidate? Would you give me employment? So ask these questions. That will help you know that are you making an impact or not. And again, 10th one, proofread again and again. You shouldn't be making any mistake. Awesome. So where to apply? Where to find jobs? There are many, many. So this comes. This is again a part of how can you land in top tech companies. You can actually use LinkedIn Jobs. There's a section of LinkedIn Jobs. I can tell you a little bit of a procedure which I actually recommend everyone. Just make a list of maybe 50 or 60 companies which you want to work for, and in those lists. Keep your eye on the job openings of those companies through LinkedIn Jobs, and as soon as they have an opening, try to apply it for it. Then Naukri.com, Monster, and there are so on. You can always refer to my slides at madhavbahel.tech/job guide, job hyphen guide. Awesome. So where to find jobs and how to apply. More on LinkedIn and how to make a pitch at the end of this webinar. So yes, the organizers will be selecting around 3 people whose profile I'll be reviewing, and I will come back to the section at the end of this webinar. Awesome. So the next point, let's think from this is actually the second last phase in profile building. Let's think from the recruiter's point of view. So at the end of the day, you should, of course, how to approach for referral on LinkedIn. Yes, Rahul, I've added this in my slides, and this we are going to cover in the second last slide. So just hold on patiently. I know it's already been 45 minutes since we are speaking. This will just go on for maximum, let's say 25 minutes from now, and you will be gaining a lot of knowledge about from what I can say that this is where the real slides are beginning. So yes, hold on for 25 more minutes. And LinkedIn requires referral. How to ask someone for that? Yes, Sanket, I have added how can you approach people at the end of the slides. So yes, while applying, you need these 5 skills. Let's think from the recruiter's point of view. So majorly recruiters. So yes, credits are cracking the coding interview. This part I've added from that book. So your recruiter is majorly looking for these five top skills. First is analytical skills, then coding skills, technical knowledge, experience, and culture fit. So your analytical skills is shown by how much time maybe are you spending on a problem, how optimal your solution is. I consider it a very good way that whenever your recruiter gives you a problem, let's say it's a whiteboard interview going on, just start doing that and just keep interacting with your recruiter like yes, I can do this and you can do that. Think of the brute force way and start doing like this. And just trust me, your recruiter will help you out in reaching out to the optimal solution. If you're able to reach out to the optimal solution, even if it's with his help or her help, you will be having good analytical skills. It proves that you have. Then all these things like, did you structure the problem enough, and did you think through the trade-offs and so on. Coding skills, were you able to write the code successfully? Was it clean enough? Was it organized? Did you follow the style guides? Yes. Was it properly indented or not? So yes, technical knowledge, computer science fundamentals. Do you have a strong foundation in the core concepts of computer science? What all tech stack have you worked on? And experience, have you built interesting projects, any past internships? And culture fit is actually very important, that who would want a person who is actually not very good in teamwork? No one would want that in his company. So yes, you need to be culture fit as well. All right, let me take a 1 minute break, guys. I'm really tired of speaking. Just give me 1 minute and I'll be right back. All right, so let's get back, and here comes the phase two. Before phase two, let's see the questions you have on the phase one. Okay, so Rahul, thanks a lot for the kind words. I'm really humbled. And Sanket, how to make an ATS friendly resume? I mean, what's the specific aspects you have to focus on? Sanket, you can always search for these points on Google. Just try to Google a little bit. And when you have very specific doubts, you can always approach me on LinkedIn. I'll try to help you out. Yes, try Googling it. Okay, Muatasim asked that do internship at remote internshala or angel list helps getting internship at product based company. Again, Muatasim, as I said before, it's always about increasing your probability of getting selected. Let's say there is a let's say your recruiter gave you five competitive programming questions and the other candidate as well. You both were able to solve those five candidates, but let's say that other candidate does not have any internship in his resume, but you have four internships in your resume. So of course the answer is clear, right? Your probability of getting selected is higher than his. So at the end of the day, it's doing as much as you can for increasing the probability. How communication skills plays a major role while giving the interview? Yes, it does play a major role while giving an interview, because at the end of the day you have to work with team. So for teamwork you need to be a good communicator. You need to communicate with them, what all changes have you made in the code base, how can you proceed further. So yes, your recruiter will always give an edge to the people who have good communication skills. All right, so now let's come to the phase two, which is the technical interview. So technical interview, yes, we will be going a little bit on tech part. So yes, I know it's a little bit boring, so I'll just try to make it a little bit quick. So these are the seven major things I guess you can focus on while preparing for technical interview. Start competitive programming, revise data structures and algorithms, and revise other code concepts like data DBMS, operating system, theory of computation, compiler design, and practice previous year's questions. You can always find previous year's questions on Geeks for Geeks, on many other platforms, and build a profile on platforms like CodeChef, HackerRank, LeetCode, and this comes under profile building phase. So yes, that's why I was saying build, because when you are, see, you're getting the point, I guess, now, that when you are doing some problems on CodeChef, you are building your profile. So that's why I said spend more and more time in building your profile, and try out domain specific questions, like try out some questions on dynamic programming. Dynamic programming is asked a lot these days, so try to do it as much as possible. Then let's have this question. Rahul asked, please help me with continuity. It try, but my coordinate. Let's take this offline, Rahul. Just ping me on LinkedIn, and I'll try to fix some time with you for this. Okay, it's a technical interview. So that again, as I told you, just go through this flowchart once again, and in 10 seconds we'll resume. Okay, Gagan asked, what is the right time for doing competitive programming while learning skills? Right now, Gagan, right now. Even if you are first year, second year, third year, or fourth year, for third and fourth, it is highly important to do it right now because they have their placements coming around. For second years, it's very important to do right now because then you can gradually, let's say you spend 20 minutes daily on competitive programming, you can gradually improve in it and things won't pile up on your mind. If you are first year, this is the best time for you to start competitive programming. Yes, I am not myself not too much into competitive programming, but I know the importance of it, so that's why I recommend it to everyone. So you don't, for me it was always like this. I used to read books like data structures and algorithms by Narasimha and cracking the coding interview, and I used to solve these questions. So it's all up to you. So instead of seeing it as competitive programming, let's see it as data structures and algorithms. So now is the time to revise your data structures and algorithms and start doing problems. So if you are in first year, you can start making your profile, and who knows that you might crack ACM ICPC in the next coming 2 years. So yes, for anything you want to do, now is the right time to do it. There's no right time to do the wrong thing, and there's no wrong time to do the right thing. So yes, that was a little deep. Okay, so data structures and algorithms. These are the major data structures you might focus on: arrays, queues, tables, trees, graphs, especially the variations of trees, graphs, then stacks, linked list, strings, and so on. Then you can always refer these slides for the topics. And algorithms and techniques, sorting algorithms, searching and sorting algorithms are very much asked in interviews, during the interviews. And 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 okay, so Rahul asks, your internship experience, can you share at last? Okay, Rahul, if time permits, already it's been 50 minutes since it started, and it was supposed to be a 1 hour webinar. So yes, if time permits, only then. Okay, so algorithms like Bellman-Ford, PFS, TFS, dynamic programming, memoization, and so on. Then revise the core concept. These are various core concepts which I wrote, and maybe you can see it in the order of priority. DBMS and TOC are very important. Compiler design and operating system are again very important. Computer networks and software engineering are very important. Then computer architecture and discrete mathematics, microprocessor and microcontroller might not be as important, but yes, you should explore it. Then explore new domains like web development, app development, and blockchain, IoT, and all of these are mentioned here. Then comes the part non-technical interview. So these are the major questions which you can be asked on non-technical interviews, like tell me more about yourself, what are your hobbies, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, why do you want to work for us, what questions should you ask your interviewer. For this, I would really recommend you to just Google how should we answer these questions, and you will find many resources, and you should actually prepare for these commonly frequently asked questions so that you do not stumble while answering them during the interview. So yes, non-tech part, let's as I said, 50 40 10. I won't be spending more than 10% of time on it. So let's move further. And now comes the time what you were waiting for, the link leverage LinkedIn section. So before that, I guess I missed a few questions. Alka asked that while doing CP, we get stuck at many questions. So when should we refer the editorial? Very good question, Alka. Very good question. This if you wouldn't have asked this, I would have forgot telling you this. This is a like this is something which I follow in while solving any question, and I recommend that you should also follow this. That when you try solving any competitive programming question, just try to aim to do it within 35 or 40 minutes. If you are able to make it within 30 minutes, you within the first 30 minutes you can actually know that you will be able to do it or not. So let's say you are at 90% of your solution within 40 minutes, then you can proceed further. But even after 35 minutes, if you are thinking that I'm still nowhere close to the real answer, then it's your time to see the solution, because spending more than 40 minutes on a single question will just make you demotivated. And so my point is that try to spend maximum 35 to 40 minutes on a problem. And even if after that you are not able to solve it, see the answer, read the answer, try to understand the answer, and do not copy and paste the code. After you understood the answer, write the code yourself, take a break. So it goes like this: spend first 35 to 40 minutes doing yourself. If you were able to do it, very good. If you were not able to do it, spend the next 10 minutes, see the solution, try to understand the solution, take a break of 10 minutes, go and have a coffee, maybe go and talk to people, take a break of 10 minutes, return back, and then try to write the code for that yourself. Okay, so Gagan asked how to start preparing if a person is not from a computer science background. Um, that's again a huge discussion, and I can refer you with a link of CodeChef, which CodeChef actually prepared for competitive programming. But if you want to actually know if a person is not from a CS background and how can he actually proceed, then maybe we can take this offline. We can connect some other time. So yes, let me just share you a link. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay, Gagan, this should help you out. Typing it. This link should help you. Go check it out. And Hemant asked, sir, can you please tell me how to approach solving a problem? Hemant, very good question. I wrote a blog on this specifically on how can you proceed on any problem. Let me just share that blog with you. And this also alongside the organizers, I really request you to select now the three participants you are going to select for the profile review. And okay, great. So the three lucky winners are Alka, Rahul, and Hemant. Awesome. So yes, Alka, Rahul, and Hemant, please share your LinkedIn profile URL here, and I'll go through them. And for the time being, let me just search for the blog which I wrote. Mm, Okay, so Hemant said that I'm not able to see what you are sending the link, sir. It's in the link is actually you can't directly open the link from the chats. I guess you'll have to copy and paste it. So I guess I can mention in the comments. Comments must have been disabled. No problem. Just copy and paste these links and open it. Just give me 1 more minute, guys. The presentation is not over yet. There's a lot more section right now. So just give me 1 more minute and let me think if I can find the particular blog, and it's really helpful and will really help you on how can you actually actually proceed towards any problem. I got it. How to approach any coding problem, and here's the link. I have posted the link. And Rahul, thanks a lot for the kind words, man. Thanks a lot. Okay, so yes. Now, Alka, Rahul, and Hemant, please share your LinkedIn profile so that I can actually go through them and tell you how can you guys improve. And till the time being, and we can actually proceed with that discussion. So the final section in today's discussion is leverage, how to leverage LinkedIn. So yes, this is a bonus section. Okay. Oh, so you can't just send Rahul, then just send your handle. So it must be something like for me. For me, since it's in slash Madhav Bahl, so the handle is @Madhav Bahl. So just send your handle like this. Okay. So coming back to the discussion, so I see that LinkedIn is amazing platform. It can help you get recommendation. It can help you get recognition. It can help you get opportunities. It can help you define your credibility. It can help you showcase your brand, and the best thing, it can help you tell your story. So yes, LinkedIn is an amazing platform, but the sad part is most of you are actually not leveraging what LinkedIn is providing you. So here's how we can actually do it. Let's just go through the okay, so Hemant Raju, let me search him. Hemant Raju, okay. um, is it this one, Hemant, engineer at VMware? Hey Hemant, hey guys, Alka, Hemant, and Rahul. Please just send me your handle. Like, is it slash in slash Madhav Bahl or something? Okay, I guess I found Rahul Chavan. Let me just try and open it. Hey Rahul, is this your profile? Just send a yes or no. Okay, great. So let me tell you how can you leverage your profile by going through your profile and how can you improve as well. So the first thing is Internshala student partner at Internshala. So this was, I guess, the auto-generating heading which when you would have added this experience, it would have been auto-generated. Instead of this, try to have something exceptional. Like instead of that, like let's say Internshala student partner at Internshala. Instead of that, you can write something as helping student community find their dream internships through Internshala. Isn't it already isn't this it like exceptional, or it that headings makes your profile stand out, because this is the heading which will appear whenever you post something or whenever you comment on something. So yes, so instead of this, try to make your own headline. The next thing is about section. Your about section is missing. Let me show you mine. So your about section should have things what you do, things what you are aiming for, the things you have achieved, and things what are your goals and so on. So let's say for the about section. So what I'm aiming to make the youth better in programming. So that I have written in the heading, and I have explained how am I doing, what all things am I doing to make that, to achieve my goal of actually making youth better in programming. What I'm doing, I'm taking these initiatives. So that's how we can actually tell. So your about section is missing. So first thing, you can improve your headline. Then you can add an about section. Then experiences, it's very important not just to add the experience, write down what are you doing. So in the Internshala student partner, what all things have you done, what all initiatives have you take. So just try to add these things, like let's say code to express. So code to express is an open community. So in the code to express community, I organized various webinars in 2019. There were webinars on problem solving techniques, DSA, web development, and so on. So just try to add the description of what you have actually done while you were a part of this experience. And then education, it's good. Then try to add skills, try to add skills like communication skills, and like you can definitely add at least 10. I believe that every person here on this earth has at least 10 skills which he might not even be aware of. So let's say you are good at speaking, just add speaking skills. So add more skills. Try to get endorsements from your connections, and try to get some recommendations. So this column of recommendations is this is the column of skills and endorsements, and here's the column of recommendations. Yes, so try to get some recommendations from your colleagues or from the people you have helped. And then again, if you like this webinar, please recommend me. I would really definitely appreciate if you would, if you would recommend me. And then again, it's your wish, but anyways, I would definitely love it. So just go to my profile and say add recommendation. But then okay, let's keep it up aside. Enough of self promotion. But yes, okay. Awesome. So, and then you can add various more things like honors and awards, organizations. Rahul, so for you, you should add organizations as Rotaract, uh, coding blocks, and Internshala. You can add this. Then languages, English, Hindi, and so on. Projects, definitely side projects which you do. This for me also, I haven't updated it from a long time. I'll update it some other time, but yes, you can add projects as well. Great. Okay, so let's go to the other profile, Alka Das. Let me just search for Alka Das. Alka, I'm not able to find you. Just send just uh, what all experience you have, or what, or maybe any of your experiences, or where do you, I mean, what state do you live in, so that I can improve my search. I'm not able to actually find you. Is it student at International Institute of Technology, Bhubaneswar? Um, Let me see. Hey Alka, is it this one? Okay, great. So it's this one, right? So let's go through it. Again, you have written student at International Institute of Information Technology, Bhubaneswar. Instead of just writing student, again, as I mentioned in one of my posts, that even if you have zero experience as of now, you can still make your profile outstanding by the work you are doing right now. Even if you are a student, it doesn't matter what you are doing right now. Let's say you are into computer science. So you can write something like researching researching new technologies, and finding more about computers as a student at International Institute of Technology. Doesn't that seem much more better than just student at things like this? Again, you are also missing an about section, Alka. And and yes, add more skills, add more, and ask your connections to endorse them. And again, all these things like the certificates, certifications, and licenses, and recommendations, and honors, and award. All right, so I guess, and of course, don't hesitate to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I can help you out. Okay, great. And the last one was Hemant Raju. Uh, Raju, okay. Student at RNS Institute of Technology. Was Is it your profile, Hemant? Let me just open it. Okay, great. So yes, first of all, even in Alka's profile, I guess, yes, I missed one major point. So you all were missing Alka, Rahul, and Hemant. You are missing this
Okay,
cover.
so
So this cover should
yes,
actually define what's your purpose. So as you can see, here's my cover. So it's a cadet who codes, and all my achievements that I was featured in these many websites and this. So add a cover for your LinkedIn profile, and then add your the so let me tell you a few statistics. These are from 2019, so they might have changed. So this is for everyone, guys. So this will just take 5 more minutes. Please do not leave right now. Please continue. I'm going to tell you really important, some things which are really important. I have noted it down. So yes, so all of you on LinkedIn are there to establish your personal brand. So Hemant, did you know that you don't have a profile photo? Did you know that people with profile photo are can have are actually expected to have 9 times more connection requests, 9 times more? And these are the actual statistics, I guess, from 2019. I don't really remember, but yes. So there's the importance of profile photo. A profile photo can add up to 9 times more connection requests, up to 21 times more profile views, and up to 36 times more messages. So yes, it will make your profile visible out there. Then the next thing is industry. So you also have written student at RMS. So you have added an industry here. That's good, but Alka did not add it. So adding an industry can actually can have an impact on your profile by increasing 9 times, up to 9 times on profile views. And city, having this city, so you have added that you are from Chittoor and the Andhra Pradesh. So having a city actually improves you to get up to 23 times more views. And then current position, so the experiences, it can help you gain 8 times more visibility. Updated work experience, 5 times more connection request. And updating your current position, this current position again, I guess it's 10 times more messages. So yes, these were some statistics. So I hope you all of you know what's the importance of having a complete LinkedIn profile. So yes, that's very important. So as for you, Hemant, um, you can first of all update your profile as I suggested in Alka's profile. Instead of having just a student, add an about section here. And and this looks good. Licenses and certificate, awesome. Skills and endorsements. Oh, let me first just accept your request, and Alka, yours as well. Great. Uh, okay, so it's slow. Internet is a little bit slow. So yeah, you're getting my point, right? So all of your profiles were actually similar. You guys should actually update your headline, your about section, your experiences, add some more skills, get a few recommendations, get few endorsements from your fellow students, and add your achievements, add your even in your achievements. Let's say you were a 10 pointer in your 10th class. That also counts. You can add it in your achievement. So yeah, it's all about adding more. I mean, adding things that builds your credibility. Awesome. So that was pretty much it about leveraging. How can you make your profile more better? And then the final part for today's discussion, the final part. So this is actually very annoying. So your elevator pitch. Whenever you connect with someone, whenever Sanket, Madhav sir, can you please accept my request? Yes, Sanket, I'll definitely do it. Just give me. I'll go through all the requests. Just give me uh, a couple of days. Yes, okay. So your elevator pitch. Whenever you reach out to someone on LinkedIn or any other platform, just think about it. Which one of these are you the one who says hi, how are you, and then wait for reply, then you get no reply, then you say hi, then you get no reply, then again you say hello, then you get annoyed and just say I don't need your help, you block me, and so on. So don't be like this when you are trying to reach out to someone. So this answers your question again. Someone asked me in the beginning, how can you actually approach someone for referrals? This is how, by making a short elevator pitch. What's an elevator pitch? Let's say I am the CEO of Google, and you get a chance. We are in the same lift right now. You have 30 seconds. We both have to go to 15th floor. You have 30 seconds to make a connection with me or let the opportunity slip. What will you do? That in that particular opportunity comes your elevator pitch. How will you pitch yourself? How will you message to a person who does not know you? So all of this comes under elevator pitch. You have to make a short, concise pitch about yourself, which does not seem creepy, which does not seem bad, and which actually impresses the person whom you're talking to. So there are 4 tips to do that. First of all, start by introducing yourself. The first line, your introduction, not too much introduction, just 1 or 2 lines. Tell the summary in the introduction is as itself. Tell the summary of what do you do. Then come straight to the mention. Why did you reach out? Nobody has so much time to actually tell you how are you. Just think about it. How are you doing? Do you really care about how am I doing? No, right? You just want to initiate a conversation, and that's a very bad way of initiating a conversation. Just mention your purpose directly and end it with a small line of gratitude. Let's see an example here. So an example is, hi, I am Jimmy. It is so nice to connect with you. If the font is so small, so I'm so sorry, but then again I'll just read out to you. Hi, I am Jimmy. It is so nice to connect with you. I am a graphic designer at ABC Private Limited. As you can see, he is telling what does he do, and I'm passionate about creating beautiful, intuitive designs for a variety of marketing collateral for our top tier clients. So this was the introduction part, and what does he do? Now he's coming straight to what he wants. I'm looking for coming straight to the purpose. I'm looking for experiences to learn more about career paths and ways to grow into the role of an art director in next few years. Your work with XYZ brand, a little bit of, maybe you can call it buttering. It's not buttering, it's just appreciation, because the next person is trying to give you his time. So you can at least appreciate that fact. So I really love your work in XYZ brand, and it has inspired me in the ways I can think about the design. I would love to now, the coming back to the purpose again. I would love to talk more about a potential mentorship with you, coming straight to the purpose instead of doing side talks. If that's something you would have time and you would be interested in, thanks for your time. End it with a simple gratitude. Thanks for your time. That's it. So which one of these are you? Do you actually say hi and wait for response, or say how are you? You shouldn't do this. And that was it. That was pretty much all about today's webinar, and I hope you guys had fun. Just one last thing for you guys. Just go to my LinkedIn profile, just go to your LinkedIn profile, and I want you guys to right now, you should be making your LinkedIn profile active. And none of you, maybe some of you might be doing this, but as I saw the three LinkedIn profiles, you are not actually leveraging the power of LinkedIn. How to start doing that? Just go to the LinkedIn profile and just write a small post that today I attended a webinar by Madhav Bahl. Tag me, please tag me. I would love to see it, and just share what all things you learned. Just share it, a small post, like what did you actually got to know about profile building and resume making through this webinar. I would really appreciate if you guys do that, because that's how you can actually start building your profile, by storytelling, by sharing your experiences with people. First thing, it will increase traffic to, it will increase visibility to your profile, and the second part is you will start posting on LinkedIn, and that's how you start. So yes, go to LinkedIn right now, make a small post about the things you learned today, and tag me, and I would really appreciate it. That's it for today, and hope you had fun. If you want to connect with me, these are various social media handles: LinkedIn, Instagram, and I'm not pretty much active on Instagram these days, but LinkedIn I'm pretty active, so you can contact me on LinkedIn, or you can send me an email. And thank you. If you guys have any question, just put it in the chat section, or maybe we can end it right now. And thanks a lot, Team US It. I love taking this webinar.